Well, the new Horrors of Kairos event, if you're going to call it that, is out now on Borderlands 4, and it's not great. Basically, it is just rifts, and you run from rift to rift if you want to do it that way, or you can do what I'm doing and I farm the battle wagon, which is our weekly boss that we fight for the big encore so that we can try and get our shinies. It has 2 shinies in its loot pool, by the way. So what I do is I farm that, and then I check my map, and after each farm I look and see if you have this icon in your map. If you do, then mark that and head over there, and you're going to have a rift there, and inside that rift there's going to be one of the world bosses, and the world bosses are exactly the same as they are in the base game. Nothing's changed about them. The sky does change colors a little bit, and supposedly we were going to have like blood rain. I have not seen any blood rain in these things, but you kill this boss, and it's not that it drops you the new items that you can get from the Halloween event. It will give you a chest reward thing in your inventory. You go into your inventory and you go to the screen, and right here you click on the button, and then you see if you have the drop. And so far, after doing, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them, I've gotten 1 of the 2 drops, which is the Scully, the grenade mod, and it is not a good grenade mod. Somebody in my chat said it was a B tier grenade mod, and I think they were just trying to be really nice and not hurt the grenade mod's feelings, because it feels really bad. I don't know what kind of different roles you can get on it yet, because you can't get these events to spawn very often, so it's hard to like get a bunch of different versions of these things. So ultimately, one of the things that Gearbox could do to make this better is to have more rifts spawn more often, have like 3 or 4 spawn at once, even so you can go from rift to rift, fight these bosses, because they're not the easiest bosses in the world, especially if you're on Ultimate 5. They are going to be nice and challenging. One person in my chat said that they had Sky Spanner Cratch, and Sky Spanner Cratch has an attack where he will literally push you outside of their bubble. So that person just completely lost the rift. Also, if you die in the rift, you lose the rift goes away. So this is like, to go from the Bloody Harvest in Borderlands 2 to the Bloody Harvest in Borderlands 3, which was great. Captain Haunt and the Captain Haunt theme, everything about the Bloody Harvest in Borderlands 3 was amazing in my opinion. And then they added the true toggle, so basically he became a raid boss when you fought him in mayhem mode. Like, to go from that to fighting rift bosses with no indication outside of fighting these guys that it's an event at all, I don't know, man. This doesn't feel like a good step in the right direction in my opinion. But I will say this, the patch that came out today was excellent. I thought there was a lot of great changes in there. I know everybody was worried about the crit knife nerf. They lowered it so that it's not guaranteed to do crits. It instead has a 30% chance, so a 1 in 3 chance. And on my Rafa, I've got a crit knife that has 3 charges. Basically, you know, by throwing all 3 of my crit knives, I'm almost, not guaranteed, but I, you know, have a 1 in 3 chance with each of those throwing knives to make it so that all my attacks will apply crit damage for 5 seconds. So it's still very good. I know a lot of people were worried about Vex and Harlow being nerfed into oblivion, and they don't feel bad either. They all still feel really good. Harlow doesn't get as much damage from neutron capture, and Vex doesn't get as much damage from bleed, but just be honest with yourself, guys. Those things were broken. They were like Salvador levels of broken, and I know a lot of people will say that it's a PvE game and that it doesn't matter, you should be able to do whatever you want. But if you're just like one tapping everything, you get so bored. I was already getting bored playing these characters and not having anything really to like test it. And that's like my big issue right now, is there's no end game in this game. Like I'm enjoying like going around 100%ing the game. I'm enjoying like, you know, trying builds and things like that, but there's nothing to test anything on. And it's going to get to a point where we're all just bored of like just exploring the map. So we need something to sink our teeth into. We need takedowns, we need proving grounds, trials, more drill sites, more slaughters, something. I don't know. I would like to see, one thing that they could do is they could make it so that there's a big encore on each type of activity in the game every single week. One of the vault bosses gets the big encore machine, one auger site gets the big encore machine, one of the ripper drill sites gets the big encore machine, one regular world boss. Just, you know, have it so that there's multiple big encores in every single week to give us things to farm, and that at least gives us something to do. Because also when it's the big encore boss, they get double health, double damage, so that gives you, you know, a little bit more of a challenge. It's not raid boss level challenge, but at least it's a challenge, you know what I mean? But all in all, like I said, the patch feels very good. I'll link to the patch notes down in the description below. The event itself does not feel very good in my opinion. There's still time for them to like make changes, and I'm sure that this is something where they can literally probably do something on their end and and force out a hotfix and have it so that rifts spawn more often, I would think. And also doing more big encores, it just seems like an easy win. But I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.